What is up, fellow Viperlings and fellow Viper mains? I think we can all agree that Viper lineups, especially the rotating ones, are the most fun ones to execute, especially since the enemies have no f***ing idea where you're coming from. Starting with a default by truck, go to this corner and shoot next to the bottom of this roof. Stand in front of this box and aim right next to the middle of this leaf. Onto the second rotation lineup. Go under the window. Crosshair of your snakebite ability is gonna be in the middle of the fence. And this one speaks for itself. And here's the third rotation. Crouch down and just above the corner of the cloud. And for the last rotation, you see this plank and that corner? Well, in the middle of those two. Jump and left click. Moving on to default plant in triple. Okay, so you see all the empty leaves? Yeah, you wanna aim in the middle of all those. Here's the reference point. I know you guys have been waiting for this one, so I'm gonna show you guys right now. Here's your reference point. Once you're here, you want to aim slightly above this corner. And jump and left click. First, hug the wall and line the roof up with the sky. Shoot at the top of this line. This one may look difficult, but it's really not if you look closely. In the cloud you will see the part is disintegrating in this area, and you want to aim under that and shoot. And yeah, that was all the rotation lineups for bind. I know there's a default plant in the middle and the right side, but from personal experience I don't use those because they are really advanced. And not only that, 90% of the time you will plant in default, so it doesn't matter. However, if you insist on learning those two, then I suggest you to watch my Viper lineup guide on my channel. Moving on to ICEBOX, there's only one good rotation for B site. Go to this corner and this little white dot is gonna be your reference point. Line it up like so. Once you're in front of this line, you will see this big star, and you want to aim on the star that's right above it, like this one. If you're too slow, the second molly won't land in time, and they can defuse. For A site, there are 3 default plans: unos, dos, cuatros. Stand in front of this line and shoot at this intersection. Stand in the middle of this line and shoot slightly above the middle, and if you want to make sure you're aiming correctly, your HUD should be on that corner, like so. The second plant is stronger because you can shoot them from belt. Follow this line until you meet the corner, and you want to aim a tad to the left from that corner. And for this one, it's gonna be on the line that's above this corner. I usually play this default plant from nest like so. But if you want to do a rotation lineup, then here's how it's gonna look like. This time you shoot straight on the corner. And for the molly, on top of this line. Unfortunately on ASCENT there are no good rotation lineups for B site. However on A site there's a really good one, and it's gonna work for double box, bottom gen and mid gen, starting with double box. This one's simple, just shoot at this corner. The reference point is not on the first line but the second one, at the bottom. Line it up with the part that's sticking up. Make sure to silent step after you shot your molly. Trust me, you will make it in time to sight. And now for bottom gen. Here's the reference point. For the last one, which is mid-gen, the reference point is this grey circle. Make sure you don't aim at the left side, but rather cover up the circle. And this is the last reference point. Line it up like so. On Haven, there are only good rotation lineups for C site, starting with this default plant. Once you're in the middle, look up and you want to find this tiny bump and then shoot. Look at this leaf and shoot right next to the middle. And now onto the second rotation. Once you're in this corner, aim next to the bottom of this plank. And now I'm gonna show the same rotations for long. Stand in front of this black line, and here's the reference point. Crouch down, aim at this leaf and then jump and left click. This time you aim in the middle of this line. Alright, moving on to Breeze, there's only one good rotation lineup and it's on A site. Here's the default plant. This is your reference point. Line it up with the crosshair. Imagine this is a circle and you want the crosshair to be in the middle. You can also wallbang from this spot. And finally we have the big tower map. There's only one good rotation and it's on B site, starting with this default plant. The reference point is in the middle of those two lines. Just make sure you're aiming a tad to the right when you're doing the lineup. Once you made it here, hug the wall, don't go up the stairs, and you want to aim on this corner of the balcony. The last default plant is on top of the staircase. This time the reference point is on this line below this corner. This one is simple, just shoot in the middle. I wanna thank you guys so much for 50k subs. I'm speechless, honestly. And also 6.7k members on Discord. That's insane. Thank you all so much. And never forget to stay toxic.